What's up, YouTube? Back again with another video on the 1992 Pontiac Firebird 305 TBI. My issue this morning is a crank no start. The fuel pump is not priming, and it also won't turn on unless I self-prime, which means pour a little shot glass of gas inside the TBI and it cranks up. And so far, to replace the distributor, new fuel pump, the computer, the relay, fuel pump relay, and also check the inline fuse for the ECM. And still no fuel unless I prime it myself. That's when the fuel pump kicks on. So I did a little research. I asked some guys a couple of questions on the Facebook page, the F-Body page. Shout out to them. And they told me to give this a try. This also turns your fuel pump on when you have enough oil pressure inside the engine. And it's like some type of fail-safe thing they told me about. So I'm gonna try this on for size. And this is the location of this is under the 305 next to the oil pan. So yeah, let me prime this car up and drag it up to the front and change it out. Okay guys, we got the e-brake set, the jack, and when the AutoZone, had to get a special tool to take the oil pressure switch off. Looking for the size. That's the size. That's the, I guess, serial number, part number, whatever, from AutoZone. And we finna take the old one out, put this one in. Alright guys, you follow me underneath the car. You see the radiator, see the crank pulley. Keep going, the Y pipe. You see the oil filter right next to the oil filter. Boom. Right there. That's the oil pressure switch. And I don't know if you can tell or not. Let me put the flash on. You guys probably can see it. You see a lot of oil. So that could be sign number one. I ain't even replaced it yet. So I'm gonna put the socket in, take it out, put a new one in, and give it a go. Pull out the harness, pull it to the side. Okay, gotta take the socket off. Probably slide it in first, then put the ratchet on. It's a big ratchet, so there we go. See it or not? I'm sorry if you can't see it, but I'll eventually take it off anyway. Lock it in place. Gonna turn it counterclockwise. There. I pray this solves the issue because I replace everything fuel related. The injectors, there's no fuel prime, but you can hear the injectors like tick 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 tick, but you don't see no fuel spitting out. So they let me know my fuel injectors are working. Checked all the fuses, all the ground, all the power, everything doing what it's supposed to do. So this got to be the number one issue right here. Got to be. All right, let me take the socket back out. Give it a couple more turns, and voila. And there it is. And you might want to wear safety goggles. I should have mentioned that earlier, but I don't use all that. I don't use gloves, nothing. I like to feel for everything. I ain't one of them. Now we got the new one. Put it in the same place. And you can tell by the thread, it's a lot of turning, so just gotta be patient. Probably turn it a good 20 times just for it to tighten down. But don't over tighten it, because you can strip or break something aside, break half of it, etc., etc. You don't want to go through all that. Just don't tighten it too tight, just give it a nice snug, especially with it's metal to metal contact. Okay. Having a little trouble, it's not going in. Let me compare the two. They look just about the same. Okay, let me try. Maybe it's something I'm doing. Okay, yep, I was in the wrong spot. Guys, another thing. When you put it back in, you'll see like the first hole was a hole that you can't see. That's literally right on top of the oil filter. Sorry, and that's the one you want to stick it into. You ain't gonna see it because it's like a blind spot. But the first hole is gonna mistake you for that one, where the oil switch go into. Have you thinking you ordered the wrong part, which you didn't. You just put in the wrong hole. Alright. Make sure you don't cross thread it, everything. There we go. Now we're going to turn it clockwise to tighten it down. Oh God, that's my mom tensioner belt. She need to get that tightened or loosened. Alright, you guys pretty much got the idea here, so I'm gonna pause the video while I'm down underneath it and crank it up and see the results. Stay tuned. Alright guys, back inside the car. Everything's back in place. The harness connected, the new switch is on. I haven't crunked it yet, just set it back down. Now let's see the results. Still don't hear no fuel pump. Nope. So that wasn't a problem. But it was good that I replaced it anyway. So that's one thing I can cross off my list. But like I said, I've been messing with the, excuse the mess, been messing with the computer, new chip, nothing like, I mean, absolutely nothing. I can't think of nothing else. The distributor, brand new fuel pump, fuel filter. Both injectors work fine. Check all the fuses, all the relays. It just won't stay running unless I prime it with gas. And I don't want to do that every time. So yeah, if you guys have like any solutions for me, I would gladly appreciate it. I also put up use my paper clip for the scan it. Still nothing, no codes popped up. So yeah, if you guys have any solutions at all, please let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot.